This is like one of the craziest seeds ever. Because, okay, of course, rune portal seeds are like always pretty fast. But look how many golden... We have tons of food. Golden carrots. I shouldn't have tried to complete it, but whatever. Overall, it's not too interesting. I just get wood, which is the biggest fumble, actually. Because I didn't have enough wood for beds in the end. And I forgot to... You'll see what happens. But basically, I'm just going to get wood and then go into the nether. And then just go to the bastion. So, I have nothing really to talk about in terms of that. So I'll talk about what's going on. I'm going to Kerry tomorrow, and I have to drive 3 people that I don't know that well, but they're all very nice. But it's like a music and physics. It's like teaching primary school kids music through physics. No, physics through music. But I feel so like imposter syndrome kind of, because most of them are like musicians and they all play an instrument, and like big part of it is like singing songs and stuff because it's about music as well. But I'm just not that music. Like obviously I make electronic music, but like I don't do that much singing. And it's actually quite funny. One of the people that organizes it, it's like an old woman, and she's just like kind of goofy. She's very enthusiastic. She was like, if you don't play an instrument, you are less valuable to us, and we are not going to pick you for things. And I think that even though she was like partially joking, I think it kind of stuck with me, because I'm just singing because like somebody else is playing the piano, which is kind of my thing. And even then, it takes me ages to learn things on the piano. And I'm not super good at the guitar. And again, but like, that's also a very popular instrument that other people are playing. So I'm just singing, but they're all like pop song. Well, no, there's like a couple of pop songs, but I don't know what the songs are, which is like kind of stupid. So I have to learn the lyrics, and I'm meant to know the lyrics for tomorrow. I'm literally going to start driving in like 10 hours. Oh, that's so weird to think about, bro. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just like dread holidays before I go on them, and then once I'm there, I'm usually fine. It's not even a holiday, it's like a work thing technically, but like we're only working from like 9 till 2 each day, really. There's a bit of like setting up and driving and stuff. This is actually quite scary because the pigs jumped down from the bastion. I was gonna go in and get iron for iron pickaxe. You can see my opponent's a little ahead of me. But I just, because of those pigs, they just kind of scared me, and I saw this rune portal, and I think they're guaranteed to have iron nuggets, so yeah, got a little more obsidian just in case. Got a couple of gold blocks so I can make my gold armor too. It's definitely quite a bit slower than just going to the bastion, but I don't know. I feel like my playstyle is like I play quite consistently, and I end up doing pretty well compared to my opponent in general. Like I'm usually quite a lot slower, but I just die less. So yeah, I've been kind of up and down in my gameplay, but I'm gonna have a 3-day break, which is actually kind of nice. I could probably do it that. So I'm going to the bastion now. It's just gonna be a normal bridge route. Actually, I do want to look at the replay. I might do this because what I do is I notice I have lots of pigs here, right? So what I do is instead of just building up, I try to make a staircase so they can come up. I'm not sure why it didn't work though. Maybe they just didn't get aggroed. I might look at the replay after this. But yeah, it's just a typical bridge bastion route, so I don't really have much to say about it, so I'll keep yapping about my life. So the run isn't that crazy so far. I mean, this is quite fast for me to be in the bastion, but yeah. Yeah, I'm sure once I'm there, I'll be fine, but I just feel like I'm not... I feel like I'm not, like, as useful as other people, because, like, I'm just not doing much music stuff, you know? And I don't know. I feel like other people are just way more enthusiastic about the music element. I'm quite enthusiastic about, like, the science element of it, but I don't know. Oh, this is one reason I have, like, no wood. Look how much, like, wood I use, and then some of it starts burning, and then I have to, it's like, yeah. You'll see. Yeah, so we're running out of wood. All this stuff's fine. Yeah, I don't know why the pigs didn't come up earlier when I built that staircase. Yeah, and I spent the rest of the wood building the bridge here. God, that sucks so much, and I never got more wood. It's just, like, it completely evaded my thoughts, because normally I pre-craft in the freaking nether fortress, but I completely played off straights. I didn't play a spawner, really, so you'll see that now in a second. Anyways, that's funny, I hit the big one. Yeah, I play this bridge bastion well, anyway, at least. Yeah, so I'm going to Dingle, and it'll probably be good fun once I'm there, because I get along, yesterday we had a training day, and after we finished, a few of them went to a pub, and I was like, oh, I'll go with them, why not? And I actually got along quite well with them, it was enjoyable, but, so I'd say I'll be fine once I'm there, like, they're all nice people, it's just, It's also all through Irish, which is a good thing, I like using Irish, but I feel like my Irish isn't up to scratch, and I definitely could have put more time into learning the vocabulary. And I've been trying to like perfect my accent recently, and pronunciation, but I've definitely done a bit. I just like I know a lot of this stuff. I just haven't really practiced it, but maybe this will be a good opportunity to practice it, and I could ask questions to people because there'll be a lot of native speakers. Yeah, I've never been to Dingle, so it should be pretty cool. Other than that, and then like next week, I'm like working in the concert hall doing the same thing, and then I'm basically just jobless from the summer. I have like a couple of videos I have to make for a maths lesson company that does like maths lessons for the Leaving Cert. Other than that, though, I'm kind of jobless, which is nice. I could probably do with a break or like learning more maths. I'm teaching a couple of things too, just to random people. Because I'm actually teaching a guy like college because he's gonna start doing maths. I taught him before for the Leaving Cert, but he's gonna start studying maths in September, and he wanted to get a head start. So I'm teaching him like some college stuff and that he does in first year. So that's also going. I also have to remember one thing that always scares me is I just can't sleep before, and normally not being able to sleep before you go away is kind of fine. But the problem is I have to drive there, and I'm driving 3 people there as well, and it's 4.5 hours of driving, and like the last hour is just like cliffs and windy roads. Because it's freaking Kerry countryside. Yeah, hopefully it'll be fine. Anyways, this is where the run starts to get crazy. The reason I can't sleep, I think, before I go away is just I'm just thinking too much. I'm like, oh, I have to wake up in 8 hours, and I have to make sure I'm not late, and I'm not forgetting anything. And I think it just stresses me out, and I just can't sleep. But even, like, today, I was teaching a maths lesson at 11, and it's like, you don't have to be up early for that. But I still wasn't able to sleep. Maybe it's just not because of that. Maybe it's unrelated. But I just wasn't able to sleep yesterday. I should eat a kiwi after this. That's actually what I'll do. Oh my god, look at this. Is really good. So there's so many wither skeletons there. They're a pain to deal with. So I actually just block them off. Look how many strays there are. So I actually end up not even needing to... Ooh, that was close. I end up not even needing to play a spawner. So this is the problem. I mean, it's kind of a problem. Because I don't need to play the spawner... I usually do all my crafting while I'm waiting for blazes to spawn, but here I don't need to wait for blazes to spawn because there's just so freaking many. I'm quite a bit ahead of my opponent. It's actually funny how this ends because I actually didn't look at the replay, but I looked at the splits and something interesting happened. So he's in the fortress now, but I'm doing pretty good here with my strays. Killing a couple of wither skeletons. You know yourself. There's another one. Look how many... I can't get over how many... I've never had this many strays. I never really play strays, though. So, this is kind of unusual for me. I don't think I've ever had a run where I get all 6 from stray. I mean, technically we're playing the spawner now, but, like, I haven't had to wait for a cycle. I actually ended up getting 7 as well, which is so crazy. Yep, so there's 7, and it's just... He's only getting into fire now, so I'm definitely ahead. Oh, this is so awkward as well. Damn it. The blind, yeah, that's just so stupid. So normally by this point I would have crafted at least a couple of beds. Also, look how cool this is. Oh no, you missed it. If you rewind in the video, I didn't actually light the portal because a blaze shot me like as soon as I built the portal. So the blaze lit the portal. So you can see I have plenty of string and stuff, 5 beds and like 3 anchors or something. But I just have no wood, and I think I'm so focused on the pace. Because, like, look, I'm blinding at 8 minutes. That is crazy for me. Like, that's absolute... Normally, it's 10 minutes plus that I'm blinding. And then the stronghold, 300 blocks away. So I think I'm just so focused on, oh, I don't have to pick up my pearl. I can get a good time. I look around for sheep because I'm like, I need extra wool. For some reason, I don't think... Because then I can go for 0. For some reason, I don't think about getting more wood. I don't know. Thankfully, I have lots of golden carrots. So that comes in useful later, you'll see. So, yeah. It's so close, 32 blocks in the nether. I'm not too sure what to do, so I decided to go down there and then just bridge over. And until the blind, nothing interesting happens, so back to Yap. It's currently 11 PM, so if I sleep... I mean, I'm not going to be able to sleep by 12. Oh, it's just so annoying, man. I might be able to sleep by 1, and then that's like 7 hours of sleep, and that's pretty good. The other problem, though, is that I wake up at like 6, and I just can't fall back asleep afterwards. Sleeping is so annoying. I hate sleeping. People, like, I've talked to this with a few people. If I could... Wait, actually, first, look at this. So I miss, and I'm like, oh, this sucks. So I'm like, oh, there's the stronghold. And then I hear silverfish. This is just the portal room. So this is my fastest ever end enter. Admittedly, I'm not pre-crafted. And then once I get in, I realize I have no beds. And this is also 060, so I have to do a lot of mining. I have no beds, but I do have 4 anchors, which is technically, you can kill the dragon with 4 anchors. I wouldn't be super comfortable with it, though, just because the timing is slightly off. Yeah, I notice here, I'm like, fuck. Yeah, so I decided to try to send 4 anchors, though, and I'm glad I did. I think it's good to try things, even if you don't think you're going to be able to do it. So I did build the setup slightly wrong, though, but I don't think it really matters. I just messed up. So we do have 4 anchors, which is nice. You need a mint. Yeah, I think I've done all the yapping I need to do. I'm always also scared of, like, forgetting stuff, too. But it's only, like, 3 days. But it's a lot of driving. And these people are putting their lives in my hands. People that I barely know. I'm good at driving, but I'm a little nervous. So we set up the anchors. And then I also don't have a bow. And because I always keep string for a bow, but I have no wood. I decide to try to break my boat. I think I do that in a second. Do I? Yeah. But there's like a special way to break your boat to get planks and sticks, but I don't know how to do it, so oh well. And I'm like, oh, I have the string, and then my opponent I Spy's like, fuck, he's gonna beat me, bro, and it's really annoying. But I'm like, okay, no, I can. I've hit a 4 bed before. Surely I can hit 4 anchors. Waiting for the dragon to perch. Anything else? I'm really tired right now. I hope I can sleep. But even when I feel tired, as soon as I get into bed, I stop feeling tired, which is kind of weird. Oh yeah, what I was saying is that, like, I've talked to people about, like, I'm very strong of the belief that if I could choose never to have to sleep again, I'd go with that. Like, I would love to not have to sleep. So if I hit this 1 cycle, I probably would have PB'd. Or, actually not quite. So you're gonna see... that's the wrong side. That's the wrong side. That one actually did decent damage. But the problem is it's gonna regenerate health, the dragon, because I didn't shoot down any of the crystals, so I didn't have a bow. So it's like, how am I going to kill it now? Because I have no more explosives and I don't have a bow. So I might speed up the footage, but I basically pearl to each tower. I break the crystal. I try to do all the dragons near it so it does damage. I have to make sure I'm not going to die. And this is why the golden carrots are so clutch, because I can like literally just pearl onto each tower. And I got so many pearls as well. And then I'm just going to wait for the dragon to perch like 3 times so I can axe it to death. It's so stupid. But I end up winning, and it turns out my opponent messed up the 1 cycle, and he also died in the end. Actually, I will slow this down. I do get a boat clutch at some point, because I'm really stupid. Like, I should have just thrown a pearl, but for some reason I was like, oh, when I'm moving down, I'll be moving faster downwards. So if I throw my pearl while I'm moving down, the pearl will reach the ground first. But that's just like backwards. You need to throw the pearl when you're like going up, so that it gets to the ground before you get to the ground. But I hit the boat clutch anyway. I've been getting a lot better at them. Holding spacebar and jitter clicking is generally what I do, because I've been trying to learn how to butterfly click, but I'm not super good at it. And then drag clicking I just can't really do, because it's like so I need such a specific, like, my hands need to be a specific amount of wet, and if my room is too cold, my hands just aren't sweaty at all, or like they're just too dry and they don't, drag clicking doesn't work. And if my room is too, oh, okay, I do pearl clutch. Oh yeah, I'm watching this live. You guys aren't. Oops. Yeah. And then if my room is too warm, my hands just get really sweaty, and then I also can't drag click because my fingers are freaking wet. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. I hope that this ends soon. I don't know how long it'll take when it's sped up, but hopefully it's almost done by now. I enjoy making these commentary videos. It's cool to just talk about things. I actually feel a lot better about the thing now that I've said that I feel like an imposter, kind of. Okay, goodbye. See you next time.